Now, I tell you what, it's the inconsistency that is what's going to kill me. Hello everyone and welcome back to more Norwich City, bouncing back, and we can't just be, consistently one thing or the other. I mean, at least we're not consistently losing. I suppose that's good, but just frustrating, so frustrating. Last time out, of course, we did lose both games. One of the first times in a long time we've lost both games in an episode, but considering it was against Barcelona away from home at the Nou Camp, we lost 1-0. There's no shame in that at all, really. And then a close-fought game against Wolves that we arguably should have got something out of, but a team we normally struggle against, and a little bit unfortunate, really. But those two things then sort of ushered in some more very, very frustrating results. We'll go through them. Very irritating, considering that before then our form was really good. We hadn't lost anything since we lost the Super Cup to Frank Lampard's Chelsea. Of course, I did predict last time he may have been sacked by now. He has now been sacked, so called that one. But anyway, after the defeat to Wolves, 3 games in a row that were draws. 2 of them, the league games, incredibly frustrating. Home game against Brighton and Hove Albion, newly promoted, re-promoted to the Premier League. I thought this is going to be an easy 3 points, no worries whatsoever. And well, didn't quite go to plan. As you can see, there was a 1-1 draw. They equalised in the 94th minute. On the plus side, Callum Wilson did get his first goal for the club. We'll watch it. It was a classic. Truly a sensational piece of play from him here. I mean, absolutely. I mean, just what an outstanding goal that is. Truly, he scores all kinds of goals. But, we were looking good for the win, but then we threw it away right at the very, very end. Final minute, Kelechi Iheanacho scores. That all came because Max Aarons just gave the ball away from a throw-in in the Brighton area. So, great. You can see from the average ratings that despite our best efforts, it was pretty terrible. I was using the attacking system the entire time, and it didn't work, so clearly back to the drawing board for that one. We then went and drew 1-1 with Roma. I say went, it was at home. We went behind early on, Wendia equalised. Not a bad result to get a point there. And then in the league, Sheffield United, and we decided to throw it away once again. Went 2-0 up, Callum Wilson scoring once again, and then they equalised with 2 goals in quick succession. Late on, we're going to watch the Ollie McBurney goal because it was a Nick Pope special once again. We'll go from here. You see, he's picked the ball up, and I can see. Let's just see. There's quite a few players around. They're trying to stop him from going short, but he could go short. He could. Decides to go long in an incredibly telegraphed way, really, really predictable, as he so often does. And then they just pass through the entire team, and Ollie McBurney ends up scoring. I mean, not great, really. So that was 4 points in our hands that we threw away. Not great at all, but luckily we then had to play Grimsby Town in the Carabao Cup 4th round, and it was a pretty straightforward 2-0 win. That then gets the confidence back, and we go on a pretty good run. We beat Brentford 4-1, Adam scoring his first goal of the season, which is fantastic. We then went to Rome, and we destroyed Rome 3-0. Great performance. Adam scoring once again in that one. Those are the only goals he scored this season, but hey, 2 is better than none. Really good performance in that one. We then lost 1-0 to West Ham in a completely nothingy game, but we then beat Tottenham 2-1. Callum Wilson scoring twice, arguably scoring all 3 goals. Overall, it was a great performance. I mean, the first one, a mistake from Spurs. He ran on through. It's a fantastic goal to set us on our way. Spurs did then equalise, pretty much entirely because of him. The ball came to him, and just decided to pass it straight to Harry Kane. Unfortunately, he doesn't play for Norwich anymore, so that's not the best thing to do. But he did redeem himself with the winner late on to give us a pretty vital and deserved 3 points. So yeah, mixed start to the season, but I mean, that's just kind of what we are. And you can see that we're in 6th because, yeah, I mean, we've broken in, we've become a consistent sort of top 7 side, but we need to be breaking into that Champions League place. We are not far off it. We are on 23 points. Everton are currently in 4th on 25. So, we're well in the hunt for it. But even if we just beaten Brighton, even if we just beaten Sheffield United, we would be in 4th. It's just frustrating. But we will see what we can do today. 2 games that we should really be winning, and that's why we picked them, because the next sort of month is, well, at least the start of it, we have this absolutely horrific run of matches here, which I'm really very much looking forward to. But today we are going to be playing Dynamo Kiev in the Champions League and then West Brom in the league. The Kiev game here quite important because this is the Champions League group situation after 4 matches. Barcelona have already qualified. We are currently in a very good position over Roma. Basically, if we win this game today, we will be going through, and I think Barcelona get anything in their game against Roma, they'll win the group anyway, so the last game will kind of be meaningless. So that'll be quite good. Injuries have more or less settled down. Some players have been injured since last time. Chris Mepham got injured and he's just come back in time for the West Brom game today. He's not going to play in the first one, but he will play in that one. Otherwise, has more or less calmed down. Of course, Marcus Edwards is still out, but he seems to be coming back a lot quicker than originally planned. He's now only going to be out for 2 months, so he should be back sort of end of January, start of February, which is not too bad. Right, we need to win this, get ourselves into the Champions League knockout round. This is going to be good to do that. That'll help increase the old reputation, even if we need to be trying to get that 4th place in the league this year. We've got to keep this up. From a financial perspective and a reputation perspective, this is the only way we're going to be able to get the better players in. It's kind of an issue for us. I mean, like goalkeeper, for example, Nick Pope has not played particularly well so far this season. There's not really anyone we can get in that would be an improvement on him. Dean Henderson on the game isn't particularly good. And then the only other players that there are really are Pickford, who I don't rate particularly. He's not interested anyway. And Aaron Ramsdale as well. Kind of a similar thing. So it's just difficult. Anyway, team for this one then, we were the favourites for this one. We're at home. We should be doing it. They did the job in Ukraine. We should be doing the job here. We're going to go with the second string, therefore a chance for you to see some of the players that you don't see quite so often. Jack Butland is going to be in goal. Defence is going to be Greg Taylor, Ben Gibson, Christoph Zimmerman and Aaron Hickey. Midfield is going to be Harry Winks back in. He's come back in on occasion over Lewis Cook so far this season. Hamza Chowdhury is going to be there along with Louis Sibley. The wings is going to be Todd Cantwell on the right hand side today. Aaron Hitchman's going to start on the left, and then Adam Eder is going to be up front. Unfamiliar position for him, but Wilson is the man in form, so hopefully some goals for Adam today can help spur him on. Annoyingly, this is a perfect game for some of the youngsters, but because they haven't qualified for the under-21 exemption thing, because they've not been here long enough, we can't register all of them. Hitchman and then McKellar, Oakes and Lack on the bench are the only ones who can really play, which is a little bit disappointing, but there we go. We need to try and motivate these boys a little bit for this one. We should be winning this one. This should be pretty straightforward. Famous last words, but get this one sealed and we will make the Champions League knockout rounds for the first time in the club's history. I mean, it's the first time being in this competition anyway, so we've done well just to get here and to give a good account of ourselves in the group. But if we can get through the knockout round, that would be great. Highlight early on, Hickey chucks it to Todd Cantwell, who's seen his effort blocked, but we're pressing onwards. Aaron Hickey with a shot. It's a good effort with a good save. Right, time is going away here. Early highlight for us, but nothing else really since. They're sitting very defensively, sort of like a circle defensive formation there. Of course, we could switch the system up. I'm going to go attacking for now with this one. That's tended to work a bit better. The other system doesn't seem to be... Well, it's not really particularly effective when you start the game with it. And it's half-time, 0-0. Going attacking has made no difference whatsoever. I think we will make the switch now. I think that's probably the best thing to do. They're sitting very, very deep, so we will do that. Hitchman is getting a little bit tired and not playing especially well either, but we'll stick with this for now. Right, we've got a highlight from kickoff, change of formation. Hopefully that will kind of confuse the opposition. They won't be expecting it. We can make a chance for ourselves. Cantwell with a ball forwards, which Adam doesn't manage to run onto. They've punted the goal kick down, and so this is not what we want here. We don't want a chance for Kiev because that would be really bad. We managed to just about get it away, and now hopefully we can break. Todd Cantwell gets on his bike, finds Adam, who normally from this kind of position would end up scoring. He just stopped, giving it back to Winks. I mean, what was that? What was that? He's managed to get it back, and he's managed to stay on side. Good work from Chowdhury, and he does score. It worked out in the end, but I mean, that nearly went very wrong. Picks it up here. I mean, I suppose he's waiting for support, which I guess was relatively sensible. Drags the defenders out of position and then is able to slot it home. But yeah, a bit weird. Can we see if we can add to it? I've switched the old system back because I don't want to be sort of in any way complacent. Although we've just been complacent anyway. They are through. Butland makes the save. He doesn't save the follow-up. And Boyalski had just equalised. Simple goal kick over the top. This is brilliant. Well, not goal kick. Booted forward from Semedo, knocks on. That's classic non-league football there. And not really sure what Butland was attempting with that one. They're back on level terms, so that was great. Going back to the more defensive structure has worked really well. All right, we'll just switch it up again. We'll go attacking again, because we apparently can't hold on to a lead against the worst side in the group at home. All right, Hitchman is playing absolutely terribly. Lookman is not fit enough to be on the bench, so I had to put Buendia on. We'll just bring him on. Swap him with Cantwell there. I'll go with that. Hitchman started out really well this season. He's not played well of late. Probably a bit too much football for him too soon. Are we gonna do anything? The problem with this now is Roma apparently looks like they're beating Barcelona, which is the one thing we didn't want to happen, which means we could end up finishing in third place. We'd be in the Europa League again. We need a goal. This was supposed to be an easy game. We're not. I mean, we might even lose this here. Not up for the races at all. I mean, what on earth was that? Absolutely dreadful challenge. It says it looked harsh. That didn't look harsh. That is a blatant penalty. Unsurprisingly, it's being given. I mean, that was a dreadful chat. Who even was that? We've got to go back and check it. We'll watch the penalty first. He's there. Butland just dives straight past it. And we are now losing at home to Dinamo Kiev. It's brilliant. I went back to check it. It was Harry Winks, and it was awful. An awful challenge that has cost us the game and might even cost us Champions League knockout round qualification, because we've got to get something against Barcelona now. 5 minutes left. We're doing absolutely nothing. When we're going attacking, we're going for this game, and yet we haven't done anything. I mean, we beat them in Ukraine quite well, but today we're not even going to get a draw. Awful performance from some players who quite clearly are not good enough to play for this club. We've lost at home to Dinamo Kiev. This was supposed to be easy. This was supposed to be easy. This was a chance to rotate the side. That was a disgrace, quite frankly. They're all nervous and anxious. Well, you're going to be even more nervous now. We're chucking this, and I can't make them come into training because there's not many days till the next game. But I'm furious with the performance. It was awful, absolutely awful. Adam did well to score, but then we just did nothing else at all. And I mean, what happened in the second half was frankly unforgivable. A disgrace. And now Aaron Hickey says complaining about being unimpressed with the team talks recently. Are you actually kidding me, Aaron? You've come here, you've been here for what, 2 months? You just put in an absolutely terrible performance to lose a game that we were the overwhelming favourites for, that we had to win. Are you complaining about my team talks? Christoph, sort him out. I mean, you're going on the transfer list at this rate, mate. Ridiculous. He's had the sense to drop it. I mean, how have we lost that game, really? And it wouldn't have even been the worst thing ever. It wouldn't have been the worst thing ever if Roma had lost to Barcelona. Roma have gone and beaten Barcelona at the Nou Camp, because of course they have. So basically, what that means is that we now need them to lose to Dinamo Kiev, and we need to get something against Barcelona. So it's gone from being completely meaningless to being incredibly important, because we've failed to beat the worst team in the group. Well done, everyone. Right, we've not been playing absolutely awfully overall, but we've been inconsistent. So I've gone with a team meeting that more or less says that we need to kick on. It seems to have had moderately positive effect. We'll see what that does for the game against West Brom. At least if we get knocked out of Europe, then we won't have to worry about that later on in the season. We can just focus on trying to qualify for the Champions League again through the league. Not that we really have the quality to be there. But anyway, right, let's focus on this. Let's try and win this. Team is restored back to the current first choice lineup. Really, everyone is now fit, more or less, apart from Marcus Edwards, of course. We really missed him in that game. That's the kind of game he would have run riot in, but not without him, really. So for this one, then, Nick Pope is going to be in goal. He's at least better than Jack Butland. Lewis, Mepham, Tarkowski, Aarons is the defence. Lewis Cook, Calvin Phillips, and Dele Alli is the midfield. Madison on the left-hand side, Buendia on the right, and Callum Wilson up front. At least he's apparently capable of scoring a goal, which is more than can be said for some of the players in that other game. I mean, at least Adam did score, I suppose. Right, we should be winning this one. They've got Carlin Grant, who's always a danger. Adara Bioyo at the back as well. He's very, very good. But we've got to be the favourites for this. I mean, I don't want them to be getting complacent. We'll go with that one. Try and motivate them as much as possible. It's not really worked, but hey-ho. This is a potential banana skin. I mean, if they sit back, which I think is what they're probably going to do, boost it forward to Carlin Grant, We've got to be careful here. We have to be very, very careful. I'm going to stick with this system for now. Might even drop back a little bit deeper depending on how it goes. But let's just get some goals early on. Buendia running forwards, looking for Maddison. And that's what I'm talking about. Ridiculous ball. They booted it straight to Carl Grant. And it's a chance for West Brom. At least Pope makes a save. But that looked like it was an attack for us. And then that's all they've done. We've got to be alive to that. Mepham looking to play it out for the back. I mean, why are we playing such ridiculous long balls already? Shorter passing, not on evidence at all. We've got a chance. Callum Wilson scored. It's worked this time. But I'm going to change that right now. Just purely because while it has worked there, I don't trust them today to play the most sensible pass. It was a good move. Great work from Buendia, driving down the line, gets the cross in, and Callum Wilson with another ridiculous finish. I don't have no idea what he's doing with there. Basically falling over, but it's his 5th of the season. If we can just get some crosses in the box, that is effective. In fact, we might even look to do that a bit more often. I think that working the ball into the box is not working too much. I think we're going to go. We could even actually just physically focus play down the flanks. I want to try this. Now we've got the lead. We'll go with that, see how it does. Well, it's completely stopped any highlights. That's what it's done. We're 1-0 up at the break, which is just so dangerous because unless we're 3-0 up, I don't trust them to see it out. Whatever we do from a late on, formation or mentality perspective, going defensive or whatever, unless we've got a 3-goal lead, I don't trust them to not throw it away. Let's get another one here. We've got another one. He's offside though. It was a good move. Some lovely balls from Dele Alli in particular. Great pass from him. It doesn't matter though. It's not going to count. Some great passing here. Good work from Phillips. Flicks it up. Ali flicks it on. And Buendia is just offside. It was a great finish. Shame he was just off. I'd just like to win a game. That would be really good. I mean, we're up to 4th as it stands. Not everyone's played yet, but this is where we want to be. We want to be in this position come the end of the season. 4th place, whatever happens in other competitions. Very uneventful second half. We're into injury time though. Let's just survive. Oh look, here's a highlight for West Brom with a minute left on the clock. They've got a corner and they've scored. And I think he's offside. No, there's not offside. It's an own goal from Chris Mepham. What is that? They've done nothing all game. We've not seen anything. And they just magically get a corner in injury time. I mean, what is that? What? I've changed the system to go more defensive. And then that happens. There's no time left now. Why does this always happen? We've got 40 seconds left. I mean, clearly changing this up made no difference whatsoever. I mean, what is the point? What is the point? We've got a corner. Can we please win this game? We can. Thank God for that. Adam Eder, the hero once again, gets the goal. I mean, what is this game, by the way? We scored pretty early on. Nothing at all, apart from an offside goal. Then they just magically get a corner. At least we've magically got one of our own. And we've managed to win. I mean, why we couldn't... The 1-0 was fine. We don't need this. We don't need this. We'll praise them. I don't really want to praise them, but we're going to praise them. There was plenty of stoppage time drama there. Did you expect quite so much to be added on? No, but I'm glad that there was. I would rather there was 0 minutes because then we wouldn't have had to endure that at all. But well, for once, it actually came out in our favour. Somehow, we got out of jail there and we did win. We've beaten West Brom. We're up to 4th place, which is great, but it wasn't a great performance for most of the game. I mean, we've got a scout report here on Dean Henderson. Maybe we do sign him. It's a pretty good report. My only concern is handling of 13 isn't great. He's not as good as Pope for most of these, but actually his distribution, kicking and passing, really good. That's Nick's biggest flaw, so maybe might not be a bad idea. Has barely played. He's just been Man United's backup the entire save and has barely played. So he would probably be interested. Maybe in the summer we look to revive Dean Henderson's career. But anyway, that is the end of a very stressful episode. This season has just been never-ending stress. I think really the whole save, to be honest. The last time I remember being truly stress-free was when we'd already wrapped up the championship title. That felt like a long time ago. But anyway, that is where we're going to end things today. And hopefully next time we will have got something out of these 5 games. I'm not going to show you the Barcelona game. Whatever happens. If we end up in 4th, we end up in 4th, but we will be back for some more action next time, probably in January. Maybe we need to do some shopping in January because I'm not sure some players are really performing particularly well. We've got some money to spend. We'll see what we spend it on, if indeed anything. But that is going to be the end of things for today. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe for just more wonderful, uplifting content on the channel. And yeah, I'll see you next time.